do this. Sound check. Sound check. Checking my sounds. Making sure my sounds work. Check one. Sounds. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, to whatever the hell this is. Well, more or less, I'm going to do a review of Elden Ring. I used to do reviews for the GEEXX at work, but the website got taken down, and they decided to move us over to a new system, and I haven't figured out that system yet. So, let's do YouTube's reviews, like the kids do these days. I'm old. Anywho, Elden Ring. This game came out in February, so this review is probably way long overdue. But it is the newest release from the company FromSoft. They tend to make games that are really hard to play, and this is no exception. But as it is, Elden Ring is an open world Souls-like game, which means that you collect you collect stuff when you kill things. Instead of experience points, you gain a currency, or something I can kill. Here are things. Hey, look, a bat. Let's kill a bat. Target the bat. Zap it with a spell. Hey, there's two bats. Two for the price of one. Ooh, another bat. Anyway, you notice down the lower right-hand corner, I have a number. That goes up by 235 when I kill a bat. And I get some loots. Ooh, more runes. Anyway, yeah, in this game you collect runes, and the runes are used as a currency to either level yourself up or to buy stuff. And if you die, all the souls that you're carrying are dropped. And you can possibly lose them forever. Which is what makes these games, hard. Plus the fact that they're, the enemies are hard. The currency, here's in-game Santa. Yeah, back, bear something. See? Purchase. I can use my runes to buy stuff. As you can see, I've already bought stuff. Buy stuff. And you can sell stuff for runes too, so if you have too much of stuff, you can sell it and use the runes to level up with, which I have also done. This game is open world. As you can see from this map, it gets bigger and bigger the more the game is big. Bigly game. Very bigly. So, you run around, you kill things, you collect souls, you collect loots. And, well, you don't collect souls, you collect runes. I call them souls because it's a souls type. The original games are souls. Anyway, man, I'm rambling. I should have a script. You rest at these sites of grace, and it will heal you back up and replenish all your healing stuff. So, that's a crappy overview. Anywho, it's my first time. Give me a break. What's great about this game? Well, the graphics. I mean, look at it. This is by far the prettiest game I have ever seen. This is also an open world game, which means if you can see it, you can go there. See that tower? You can go there. See that castle? See that little weird statue over there? You can go there. See that castle in the distance? You can go there. See this horse? You can run around in it. And if you look over here, you can go, look. See that island? You can go there. Can you go to that island? Yeah, you can go to that island. See that peninsula? You can go to the peninsula. Go to the tree. You can go pretty much that other castle off in the distance. You can go there. And there. And there. If you can see it, you can pretty much go to it. This game also has a bit more ambiance than some of the other games that this company has made, in that it has wildlife. It has eagles and owls and little bunny rats. Oh, giant trolls. We don't care about those. There's sheep and deer and warthogs. You know, stuff that you don't have to kill that doesn't pose you any threat. It's just there for ambience. And why is my game stacking so much? Maybe because I'm recording. I do not know. So, the game is gorgeous. There are tons of bosses, tons of loot, tons of places to explore. There's also crafting, which is new. None of the other games have any crafting. When you see this little thing at the bottom, oh, acquire materials. Standing over this red flower, I got some fruit. Little glowing white rocks. I have a ruin fragments. Ruin. So lots of quality of life improvements over previous games. One of them, get off the horse. There. You can run. And running does not deplete your stamina bar, that little green bar up top. It used to be when you ran, it would deplete your stamina bar. It doesn't anymore unless you're in combat. If you're in combat with something, then it depletes. Stamina is also used for like swinging weapons and stuff, and casting spells. A lot of the terrain, another quality of life improvement, was just a visual thing. If you find a really big boss and lure him back here, he will start breaking the walls of this ruined church down. They roll, so that they'll knock the trees down, they'll knock walls down. They will also kill. If they're big enough, they might kill other enemies for you. You can kind of cheat your way around that. It's loads of fun. Just there's so much to explore and see and do. Crush those glowing skulls and pick up more runes. Pick flowers and fruits and do crafting. Killing sheep. You kill a sheep and you get bones, which you can also use for crafting. Oh, and a liver. Use that for crafting too. So all kinds of cool stuff. Crafting, wandering, bosses. Just, I've got this cool staff. I've got this cool staff. I've got all kinds of cool equipment. Swords and shields and stuff. You've got talismans that give you buffs and stuff. This game is just gorgeous. And there is... Where's the thing? Yeah, the map. There's just all this stuff to explore. I mean, if you look at where I am right now. Where am I? Where is me on the map? Oh, there I am. I'm there on the map. And look around. All this stuff around me is essentially this area here. This is what I can see where I'm standing. And look how big that was. And then there's this. And this. There's a whole other southern peninsula. There's this Kaled area over here. There's this giant swamp surrounded by mountains over here. There's this big old city here, a little volcano, a giant tree, giant snowfield, little tiny area over here, and that's just little area over here. And then there's where is it? How do I do? It's not letting me show the underground stuff. There's also underground locations, which you can't see here. I guess I have to get them first. I've started a new game, so I don't have that map. So there's a lot to like in this game. Those are all the pros. So what are the cons? What are the bad things? Well, I learned playing as a sorcerer that not all spells are created equal. Not all of these are used. I've got so many spells, and I wind up using, 3 or 4 of them most of the time. That doesn't mean all these other spells are entirely useless. But I tend to use things that are the most efficient and the easiest to use. Some of these things have a long cast time, which means I'm going to get smacked in the face. Some of them don't target a huge area, so you might not hit smaller targets. There's just they're hard to aim. You got to kind of get a lucky shot up or really be good at it. And some of them just cost a ton of mana to use. So, I mean, while all of these spells can be useful, some of them have limited use, and depends on your playstyle too. So I mean, not all. I think the spells could be, the spell diversity could be improved by making them, some of them more useful. They did actually make a patch for that. So a lot of the spells that previously were complete garbage are actually usable now. So they're making some tweaks. Another thing is the Ashes of War system. I mean, not the Spirit Ashes system. All these are spirits you can acquire through playing the game. They're lots of fun. You can use them to help you out in combat. And they're different. There's all kinds of different stuff. Some of them do different things, but some of them really aren't very good. Like like this giant jellyfish. People rave about how good a tank it is, but it doesn't actually. It attacks like once every 30 seconds, so doesn't really do very much. Unless they're aggressive enough to actually help you, they're just sitting there doing nothing. And some of these are just so passive that they're basically useless. Like I tried using some of these guys over here, and they're very tanky and they'll live a long time. But a lot of times they're just standing around not doing anything. So it's pretty much useless. You might as well not use them at all. You want them to be aggressive. You can also only use them in limited locations. You can't use them everywhere. You're going to use them in boss fights or certain areas that are designated high density. Another thing that kind of bugs me is that the AI of the enemies, like some of these guys, are so stupid. Like this guy on the road, like this. I can look how close I am. I can hunt down and sneak. Look, it's broad daylight. Well, it's raining now, but look how close I get to him. I can whack him with my staff. See? And then he whacks me with his staff. Die. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah. Poop. Die. I meant die. There we go. Death animations are fun. But yeah, there's some wonky stuff. I've had some monsters that will just like stick in a doorway. I'm in a castle and they'll chase me to the doorway and then stop and kind of give me a dirty look and walk backwards, so I can kind of cheese some of the enemies in this game because they're just too stupid. The AI just won't let them do anything smart. I mean, some of the times you can cheese it by doing something clever, by finding a spot in the train they can't really get to very well, hunkering down in there and like poking at them while they can't attack you. Something that's one thing you have to be clever about it, but other things, the AI is just so stupid. Multiplayer. Multiplayer is another con in this game. It just wasn't well implemented. You can only summon people to help you for limited. You can summon people to help you. You're not actually doing multiplayer. You're not playing together. You're basically summoning them to help you out. It was designed for you to summon your friends to help you in a tough location, not to actually play together with your friends. So once you kill a boss, they are kicked from the game. If you can't move around the map freely, if you get to any a zone location, you have to kick your friends off, walk across the zone line, and then summon them back again to keep playing with them. And the servers are just not very good. People keep getting booted, losing server connection, desyncing. It's the multiplayer that's in the game as it stands right now is not very good. Someone in Japan, living in their mother's basement, some kid named Luke Yui actually created a mod that makes seamless, true multiplayer in this game. And if FromSoft does not buy that off of him, they're fools, because it is amazing. Because I mean, like I said, current multiplayer, when people kill things, they only get 3/4 of the loot. They can't get key items. They can't pick up some loot. They don't get quest rewards. They don't get boss drops. They're just there as spirits to help you. They're not there to play with you. They're just helpers. This kid, Luke Yui, if you want this game, you want to play multiplayer with your buddies, find that mod, the co-op mod by Luke Yui, download it. You can play with your friends, and it's awesome. It's only in beta right now, so there's probably a few bugs in it. But yeah, can't prop that kid enough. Man, he did something in 2 months that this billion-dollar company couldn't do in 3 years. So, tip of the hat to that kid. Another thing that I'm going to criticize this game for is that it's actually too big. I know I said the fact that it's really big is amazing, and it is. But, I mean, it's just too damn big. If you're wondering how I think it's too damn big, because if you look at how long I've played this game for 209 hours. And that was my first playthrough. That's just this guy. I've not played with anybody. Some of that is me just being stupid and wandering around, and I do suck at this game. So I died a lot repeatedly to some bosses. So I mean, most people beat this on like between 60 and 100 hours. People who are good, who know what things they can skip. People like me who want to explore every single corner of this map. Yeah. Plus I suck, like I said. I'm an old man playing video games badly. I suck at this game, and I spent hours trying to find things that were, if I just looked over my left shoulder, I would have seen them. So, I've wasted probably 30 or 40 hours of that playtime being stupid or bad at the game. But the game is, in some ways, I think the game, it's, and the reason I think it's too large is because it becomes repetitive at some point. Especially, like this part of the game, the snowfields, you start getting, like, they reuse the same bosses over and over again. The first time you encounter a boss, it's like, oh, this is a cool boss fight. And then you see it again. You see the exact same type of creature again, and again, and again, and again. And like a creature you had that was a boss over here is now just like a wandering critter in the field over here. So, I mean, it's the same stuff. I mean, that's always been kind of in these Souls types of games from this company. They've always reused some of the bosses and some of the creatures. That's always happened. But this game is so massive, it happens like 5 times as much as it's happened in any of the other 4 or 5 games this company has made. There's just so much repetition of creatures and bosses as regular creatures, the same bosses being used again with a slightly different look. Like all the catacombs have the same boss. It's, like I said, these areas of the game, you're constantly encountering something new, something fun. And then the Volcano Manor over here is pretty cool. Things start to get a little repetitive here. In this area, I think it's called Lindell. Altus Plateau. Yeah, this starts to get a bit repetitive, and then once you get here, it's like, really? 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 This stuff again? Yeah, the giant trolls are now covered in white fur. That's about as creative as they got with this entire area. The Halig tree just has knights in it. I mean, it's it's almost like I don't know. I mean, I realize it sounds like being critical, and I kind of am, but it is what it is. So even with all the criticisms, I've actually criticized the game more than I've, given it props. More cons than pros, at least from what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, is this game still fun? And I would say, yes. I would not have played over 200 hours of this game if it wasn't fun. I admit that, towards the end, I would sometimes skip a day or two. I wasn't quite as enthralled with it at the end. So it did take me a little while longer to beat the game than maybe it should have. Because again, like I said, I got to hear these snowfields and just like, ugh. But I had a blast playing this game. Even with its flaws, even with the things I think they could improve, this is probably going to be my game of the year. Hands down. Unless something really, blows my socks off, Elden Ring will be my game of the year. And I am already planning on playing a second time with a different class. I know with these types of games, classes aren't important because when you level up, you can level up whatever stat you want. You can build your character however you want. So your starting class really doesn't matter. But I plan on playing through this game with each class and then kind of sticking to that class's strengths and not deviating from it. I built a sorcerer. I pretty much, if you look at my stats, my intelligence is at 81, which is higher than it needs to be. The only reason my other stats are higher is because intelligence is pretty much as high as your 81 is as high as your intelligence can go without. It's what they call the cap. You really don't get any more bonus out of it between 80 and 99. You can. I think it will increase. If I pumped it all the way to 99, I might get an extra like 10 points of damage out of my spells, which at this part of the game isn't going to do me any good. So I was just dumping points whenever I felt like it. You know, I put some points in Faith so I could use a few extra spells. That's really it. You know, and I'll do, you know, I'll probably pick a melee class next. I've never played this game or these types of games with, you know, with a sword or a hammer or, you know, I've always just gone zappy zappy because I like zappy zappy. But I will play this game again and beat it. I'll play it from scratch to beat to win. And after a break, I'm going to take a break. I need a break. I played this game for 2 months solid. I need a break. Once I've taken my break, I am going to play this game again. And once I take a break after that, I will play this game again. I think it's that much fun. It won't be for everyone, because honestly, this game can be hard. You'll go from an area like this, where you're looking at sheep, to being stabbed in the face with a 9-foot glowing blue arrow. And that's not an exaggeration. That will happen to you if you play this game. But definitely recommend it. If you're into this type of game at all, if you want to try something that's challenging, that will definitely challenge you. It definitely occasionally make you want to chuck your controller out the window in frustration and rage. Give Elden Ring a try. I love this game. Yeah, I as much as I criticize it, this is a great game. And I can't wait to see what they come up with for an expansion. I can't wait to see what this company does next. So, thanks for listening to me ramble without a script. I really got to start writing scripts for this stuff. Whew. Man, this is messy. But I'm going to put it up anyway, because gosh darn it, that's the kind of dude I am. Plus, you know, my whole shtick is, you know, bad quality. Thank you for listening to me ramble to my poor quality, low scripted crap. And until next time, good hunting.